this video, we're going to be cutting and cooking chicken breast. Now, chicken breast, just like chicken thighs, always comes with a little bit of fat on it. You can leave it on if you like, if you're going to be boiling it, putting it in a stew or a soup, because it adds a little bit of flavor. In this case, I'm going to show you if you want to cut it off, work it towards the edge and just remove it. Remember, you always want to have your garbage bowl right here. What we're going to look at now is the direction of the grain. But the grain in almost all mussels runs end to end. We want our first cuts to be against the grain. And those are very good chicken strips that we can use in a salad, that we can use in anything you want, really. But they can also be cut up into bite-sized pieces. You can cut your chicken down further, and that's what I would consider bite-sized, just like this. Now, this is not because my knife is dull. This is because my little cutting board is warped. Somebody put it in a dishwasher. Not only did it warp it, it broke the side off. So where it's warped, it doesn't cut that well. Look here. Big pieces, small pieces. They all taste the same. When we cook off chicken breast, you want your pan hot first and then the chicken going in. So what we're going to do is turn our flame onto medium, and we're going to let this heat up. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes. Let's check this. Ooh, it's starting to smoke a little bit. We know it's ready to go. What we're going to do is put in a blurble or two of oil. I use olive oil. Olive oil has a very good flavor, but it has a lower flash point. I am not seasoning these at all because we're just simply learning how to cook them off. You'll hear that sizzle, and it's the best sound in the world when you're cooking. For the smoke, I would turn on my overhead fan, but you would not hear a word I'm saying, so I'm just going to turn my heat down a little bit. Try to make sure no pieces are stacked on top of each other so they can cook. We're trying to get one side to sear well before we flip it and start cooking on the other side. Now we're going for our first flip. Look how beautifully brown. Oh, this turned out great. Now later in classes, we'll learn how to bread it, how to batter dip it, how to cook it off differently. But right now, we're just learning how to cook it off simple. Once you flip your chicken for the first time, go ahead and turn your heat down a little bit. We've already got a good sear, and we just want it to be able to cook long enough to get to the center cooked well. Okay, minute and a half, 2 minutes, turning nice and beautiful brown. Oh, you gotta love that sizzle. Now, if you ever go to a Mexican restaurant and they bring you one of those cast iron platters all smoking and sizzling with your vegetables and your chicken, your beef, they cheated. They just put water on it. This is our meat sizzling. Now we're just scraping, flipping, stirring. We're on the hunt for any pieces that look like they may have some pink in it still, which there shouldn't be. But if you see any pieces that look like they need a little more cooking, make sure you put them face down in the pan. However, if you make sure you start with a nice hot pan, the chances of there being any uncooked chicken at this point is going to be very slim. And if you can get a good sear on that first side, your chicken stands a much better chance of being moist rather than dried out, because that's what breasts do. They love to dry out. If you are ever asked what is the most difficult part of cooking, this is it right here: letting your food cook. Everybody wants to play with it, move it around, shift it here and there. People that walk by think they're helping you by flipping your food and stirring it or suggesting to do this or that. The most difficult part is just letting it cook. Okay, it's been about 2 more minutes. It's been cooking. Needs a couple more minutes to go. We're just going to flip it around, look at it. It's turning out so beautiful. The brown caramelization is very delicious looking. At this point, our chicken has been cooking for about 10 minutes. It's done. We're going to scoop it out now, put it in a bowl. And there we have a perfectly cooked bowl of chicken pieces. Small and large are all going to taste delicious. In fact, we're going to try a bite. Just plain chicken, and has a great flavor. All we did is fry it in some oil, Brown up the edges so just a little bit of crispiness to it, and it's delicious. Chicken, just like ground beef, cannot go into the refrigerator hot. It will steam, it will spoil, it will go rancid. Don't do it. Leave it out with a lid over it, but turned just enough to allow the steam to escape. Do not put it away till it's at least room temperature. Put it into a Ziploc bag, squeeze all the air out and seal it, or a snap top container that is airtight.